already rolling. Alright, so I'm gonna count us in.
You gonna do yours first or mine for our intro?
For the thing?
Yeah, I just gotta do my intro for the video.
Oh, go ahead, knock it out.
Okay, so I'm gonna say myself, yada yada yada, you know, and then I'm gonna pass the microphone to you. I'm gonna say today we're with, and then you can say who you are, Instagram, and you know what we're doing.
Okay, well mine is this one right here. It's doing the same thing as that.
Oh, okay, so I don't need to pass that.
Yeah, you can hold it all the time.
You just gotta be a little loud there for my camera to get you.
I'll project, I got you.
Alright, ready? Whenever you're ready, count us in.
Alright, so 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What's up, y'all? I'm back. It's your girl Amara, aka A Carter, A.CAARTERR, and y'all already know the vibes. I'm out. I'm doing a podcast. I'm super cut. Boom. 3, 2, 1. What's up, y'all? It's your girl A Carter, A.CARTERR, and y'all already know the vibes. I'm about to do another podcast today. I'm super excited, and as we get more in depth, you guys are gonna get a more in depth side of me and see basically who I am. And yeah, so let's do it. Today I'm going to be a guest on
the High Value Sigma Male Podcast with your boy Vigilante. And with that being said, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Vigilante, and you are here for another episode of the High Value Sigma Male Podcast. On this podcast, we talk everything fitness, finances, fun, and we also talk about the current dating market as well. So y'all make sure y'all tune in. This is gonna be a dope one.
Hey y'all. Hey everybody. Hey. Okay, so.
All right, so I'm gonna just jump right into it. So what I was saying off camera was another one of the reasons I started the podcast was because there's this thing going around where there's a lot of men. Oh, we're gonna get into that.
Okay.
It's gonna flow with it.
I'm sorry, y'all.
There's this thing going around now where a lot of men are having trouble getting on dates. They're having trouble finding quality women. They don't even know how to hold a conversation with a woman to even be able to get them like where they want to get them to. They're struggling in their marriages. They're struggling financially. They're struggling career-wise. They're just doing really bad all around. So with me, myself, I'm kind of an introverted outrovert. So I've had a lot of success within myself, but I never really just came out and told people how I did it. So me starting the podcast gives them a more realistic view of something that they never got a chance to see. Because I never just I'm not one of those personalities that's just always online or always, you gotta catch me while I'm working.
Yeah.
So now this gives them the opportunity to see me in real time. So now it gives them the opportunity to also see me how I interact with females too, to give them a better understanding of what confidence is, of what a regular conversation is, and then I get a chance to ask y'all questions to give them the cheat code on how they can do better.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Okay, yeah. Let's do it.
All right, so the first question I want to ask is, how do you view the current dating market right now? How's it look for you?
The current dating market to me, it's not very good. I don't feel like it's a lot of chivalry. I don't feel like it's a lot of communication out here. I don't feel like it's a lot of pulling your weight on your portion of the relationship that's happening. I don't feel like it's a lot of that going on.
Okay, let's break it down. Where you want to start? Chivalry, pulling your weight, or where you want to start?
Pulling your weight. Let's talk about pulling your weight. I don't feel like people pull their weight at all, and it don't always gotta be financially. I just feel like by not pulling your weight, you're not making up for it emotionally, mentally, spiritually. I think people think that just a good bumpity bump that's enough, and that's pulling your weight, but I don't feel like that's pulling your weight at all.
That's the first time I ever heard it called that before.
The boopity
The
the boopity boo, cause y'all can do the boopity boop, but nobody wants to pull their weight and pull their portion of the relationship. Like,
okay, I feel that. Do you feel like that? Okay, let's keep using that terminology. Do you feel like after the boopity boop that things change? Like the dude doesn't act the way he was acting before?
For me, stuff don't be changing after that. I think the problem comes into play is like even before the boopity boom, like females, I think we overlook a lot of red flags. And red flags on both parties, you know, I'll be neutral, I guess, but red flags on both parties. But I feel like we miss a lot of red flags in the process of us missing the red flag and we doing the boopity boo. Then our partner not pulling their part, they don't give a fuck because they was doing that before. So that's the problem. That's the problem
Well, that's
to me.
the problem right there.
Yeah, that's the problem right there.
Okay. So what red flags have you caught yourself ignoring?
Someone has told me like, you know, they don't really communicate well, and I still thought that they would communicate, even though they said that they wouldn't. So that was a red flag that I missed.
Was that person communicating well enough to do the boopity boop, but not communicate well enough to do everything else?
Yeah. Yeah, actually, yeah, you caught me red-handed. That is.
It makes sense.
Yeah, it do. And I feel like other red flags is just like being friends with your ex, like
the other person still being friends with the ex.
Yeah, like all of that be a red flag.
Now, when you say friends, you mean like in contact friends?
Yes.
Okay, like still talking, kind of.
Yes.
Like baby mama ex, or you mean
No,
like,
no, just old partner.
Okay, it's old partner.
Yeah, so nothing like that. So
what's your normal response when a person is like, okay, I'm still friends with my ex? What's your normal response?
I have talked to people that have been cool with their ex twice. I don't love it.
What's the normal response?
I don't hate it, but I mean, I just be like, y'all fucking? Like.
And what's their normal response?
No.
Both
no.
of them?
Yep.
Okay, was both of them lying?
No, they wasn't. I just don't like it. Like, but also, I'm a little, I'm not crazy, but like, let me not say that.
You're a Cancer, so
yeah, that's what I was gonna say with Cancer. So, you know, I'm a little territorial, a little emotional, like all of that. So that plays a little part into it. But I feel like those is just a big red flag that I'm missing. The communication, then being friends with your ex, and let's get into chivalry. Actually, let's get into chivalry, because that's really what it is. The not standing on the outside of the sidewalk, I don't like that. The not holding the door ever, or like if it's pouring rain, pulling the car around, like, you know, it's just little stuff, I feel like, because when the tables are the other way, women have a nurturing souls. We're like a nurturing spirit. So we're going to be a lot more nurturing in times of need or in times of sickness. We're going to do our extra, like, 8-9 yards. And then if you can't just hold the door for me, why am I up at 2 o'clock in the morning making you some soup so you can feel better?
Okay, that makes sense. All right, so what is the normal response after you tell the dude, okay, you're not holding the door for me? What's his normal response?
I just feel like if you don't hold the door on 2 occasions, you don't hold the door. And so
he probably don't, but if he never did that before and that's what you expect of him, what is the conversation?
Okay, so the conversation can go as such. Hey, so the door been okay, I'm gonna be real. In the moment I'm probably gonna have a little like attitude.
You're gonna be drawn back by the fact
yeah,
that
I am. I'm gonna be taken back like, okay, I guess. But it would be like, hey, so the door keeps closing in my face. and like literally that's how, so the door keeps closing in my face. And I'm not trying to pick a fight. But it would be polite and it would be, you know, a gentleman of you to hold the door for me. If that is the case, in that retrospect, I would be like, yeah,
What's usually the next response?
And if they say they don't care, they're blocked.
Oh, block?
Yeah.
How you block somebody while you out with them?
Right, just like that. Just.
Oh, you can block somebody while sitting
Yeah,
next to them.
yeah, you can get blocked because you don't care. Why should I? Why should I care?
What if that person response is, shit, the door was open for me. I opened that motherfucker. I walked.
And you couldn't hold it 2 seconds for me?
And he's like, man, listen, that's a long 2 seconds, especially for the Mississippian.
And it was that long 2 seconds. It took me 1 to block you.
To block you?
It took me 1. I opened my phone, I blocked you. That fast. Boop, boop, just like that.
So no more boopity boop for him?
No. There would be no boopity boop in that case at all. Absolutely not.
Okay, so what if he hit you back in the... Well, he can't now, he blocked.
Yeah, you can.
Social media.
Yeah, you can. You can. This ain't no social media world. You can't just always hit me up somewhere else and just think that I'm going to open your messages and stuff like that.
Oh, so now I'm not blocked any to the back of the line?
Yep.
Okay.
All the way to the back.
All the way to the back.
You back past to where my hug. Like,
damn, to where my hug is.
Like you back past, you back there.
Okay, so there's a category for those men? There's the where my hug man?
Yes, there's a category for the where my hug ass niggas at.
Oh, man.
Can I cuss a little bit on here?
Say what you gotta say.
There's definitely a category for the where my hug ass niggas at, for the dirty shoes wearing ass niggas.
Oh, man.
It's a category for, you can always tell when niggas only go out because they homeboy got the car. Like, it's all types of categories. There's categories for the niggas that do irks and beat on their bitch.
What's irks?
Percocet.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah, they just call them irks where I'm from. But
which is where?
Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Okay. And how long have you been here?
I have actually been in Atlanta for about 2.5 years, almost 3 years in January. Yes, almost 3 years in January. So 2.5 years.
Is dating different here from there?
Yeah, the dating pool sucks.
In both places?
Yeah, I've also lived in Florida too. I will say the dating pool in Florida it's fun. It's funner than out here. Like,
so when you say fun, what does that mean?
Fun. They more fun. They not willing to do more, but like they're willing to do a lot more. It's more stuff to do. Not that people cheap out here, but a little bit.
Okay,
Just a
so
little
what
bit.
I'm picking up is that it sounds like that not only do you want somebody to be more intentional, but you also want them to be more excursionist, to where you want them to take you on an adventure when y'all do something. Yeah,
like that's my style because I've always been in the dating where I'm the person to find the stuff to do, and that gets boring. Like,
and nobody stepped up to the plate to be like, yo, we gonna do this.
No.
Ain't nobody booked no hotel room and said,
no. I literally actually have a TikTok. I have a TikTok on my page, y'all.
Okay.
If you know me, you know from the time I do use TikTok. And I have a TikTok that says like me if I ever get a hotel room, and it's just like me, just like this acting all bullshit. Because literally, I'm like, how have I not gotten a hotel room? I'm very thoughtful, but then I thought about it. I do have some red flags myself, so maybe it's me. Maybe I'm the problem sometimes.
What are your red flags?
I be snapping sometimes. I don't be hitting people, but I do be snapping with no remorse. I be petty sometimes, but not like a bad petty, but just like, okay, why?
Yeah, you have
turn on my read receipts, read your stuff like I'm that type of petty. I'm not the only. I might be on the story petty sometimes. I post a picture.
A picture of
me.
Doing what?
Nothing. Just me.
You doing
like
what?
just me casually. I don't know, like a picture that I think is cute. I'll post that. I won't post nothing crazy, but yeah, like that.
Why would that be considered petty then?
Because it's right after the argument.
You gonna tell me the whole truth? Tell me the whole truth.
No, I don't be. Look, I'm not. What is it? I'm not infidelity. I don't do infidelity.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't no more do infidelity. Have I ever cheated? Yes. Before we even. Yes. I have. Do I regret it? Yes. Well, like, whatever.
it sounds like that you still feel like the person deserved it, but for yourself, as it being for you, that wasn't the move for you.
Yeah.
But you felt like the situation was warranted for that.
Yes, that's exactly what that was. So that's not my red flags. And
So okay, let's pause there. How did y'all get to that point where you felt like that you had to step away?
How I got to that point was communication wasn't working. Like, I haven't always been the best communicator, but I have on a 1 to 10. I've always wanted to work on it on a 10, so I take the steps to do that in the most part. When it came down to that, I was saying my needs, and my needs weren't being met in any form, and I was doing more on my portion than I felt like the other party was doing on theirs. And I kept voicing that, and there was nothing being done and nothing being said. So when I did say I wanted to leave, it was a whole little debacle and all this extra stuff. So I was like, okay, if you won't just let me leave peacefully, I'm gonna cheat.
Oh, okay. You wanted to do some shit where it was like, okay, this is so monumental that you won't have to let me go.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that didn't work, y'all. It didn't work. Infidelity didn't even work. So it wasn't worth it to me to be like it wasn't worth it. It was just some bullshit in the end. So I cheated basically for nothing.
100%. I want to give a shout out to the dude that you cheated with, who walked right into some free pussy for no reason. He just was in the right place at the right time. Shout out to him. Y'all, and then from the sounds of, and this the part that sucks, because I got to give him a shout out, but then I also got to tell him the truth. Because if a woman says what she just said as far as it wasn't worth it at all, that means that even what he did, his performance wasn't worth nothing at all. So, damn, that's crazy.
Sorry, world.
Hey, man, it is what it is.
Sorry. I'm sorry, world.
Thank God he can't speak in code and I can.
Yeah, and I doubt that they're even gonna know, like, that I'm talking about that. I'm not saying
No, I'm not saying I'm saying you're talking about them though.
Yeah, I doubt they
okay.
don't know because
No,
they
I get what
don't
you're
even be
saying.
knowing the little in between. So,
No, I definitely get it.
yeah.
Man, that sucks.
What are your red flags?
Like in me?
Yes.
To be honest, I feel like that one of my red flags is probably that I'm a workaholic. I work a lot. So I'm one of the people where my girl has to like pull me from my work in order for us to kick it. I have a lot of astronomical goals. I have a lifestyle that I want to keep up. I want to be able to provide a hell of a lifestyle for my children. I don't want them to work unless they want to, but I still want them to be like humanitarians to where they still donating and donating and giving to charities and stuff like that, and just being humanitarians. But I want them to be billionaire humanitarians. So in order for them to do that, somebody got to first become a billionaire.
Right.
So since I'm close now, the worst thing that I can do is to get my attention snatched from that, because it's not going to happen at that point.
Yeah.
So that's one of my red flags. I'm a super workaholic. As you can see from my communication with you, it's really not bad. It's just that it's straight to the point. I like to just be like, I don't really do good mornings, and I'm not a
no grand risings. I see.
No, I'm not the grand rising.
No grand rising. Like
to some women that might be a red flag, because I'm not an affirmation person and I'm not a reassuring person. Like the way I am is like, if you next to me and you my girl, not to sound like arrogant, but that's like one of the most prestigious positions that you can ever have. So I feel like that.
Clocked it.
When you wake up in the morning and you just know like, damn, I'm his girlfriend. That should be reassurance for you for everything. Because it's a million other women that wish that they were right here. And if you start to fuck up, you will see them like peeking around the corner. Nah, hell no.
When was the last time you cheated?
I've never cheated a day in my life. I'm gonna tell you why though. Since I was in the second grade.
Oh my God. Okay, what happened in second grade? Since I was
in second grade, I've always had multiple women that were around. So every time that I would have multiple women that were around. The women that would be interested in me, they would come to me with a proposal. Like, okay, listen, you are who you are. I understand. I do want to be your girlfriend. I see this fucking long line of other women who wish that they was your girl too. Let's work this out to where it's like this, this, and this. And they will come to me with the parameters. And then I'll be like, all right, that sounds doable. And then we'll, like, we have an agreement. Does it make sense what I'm saying?
You're a pimp.
Jesus Christ. In order for me to be a pimp, I would have to go to them with the terms. And then in order for me to be a pimp, I would have to pimp out the women. That's what a pimp is. So maybe I can explain this a little bit better.
Okay.
So like with my ex, I was with her for 4 years. And the first year that we was together, it was just me and her. But I never asked her out. We were just together every day. And then we just started dating.
Yeah.
So one day we were sitting at her friend's house, and we was like sitting this close to each other, and she was on Tinder scrolling on the girl side. I didn't know why she was on Tinder. She never told me she was bisexual. So the whole year that we was together, she gave me that year to where she says, get it out of my system. Because at that time I was going from being a background extra to a lead, and she already knew what that was gonna come with. So I said, cool, that's smart. I appreciate her for that. And she was still trying to get her life together too.
Okay.
So I said, this is very mature.
Very mature, actually.
Yeah,
That's very mature.
It was a very mature move on her behalf. So then after that, I said, okay, I have some girls who are interested in talking to me currently still. So let me know what you want to do as far as like the bisexual shit. She was like, do you feel like it'd be best for us to go the route of you having the girls? And I was like, I don't really know. It's my first time doing it, so we started going on double dates where we would have like multiple women with us. It was fun. She enjoyed it, I enjoyed it. And then we started.
Open relationship, kinda? Not open, but like open with y'all. Like you guys were monogamous to each other, but like y'all as a pair were open.
We're open to having other women. Yeah.
Not, yeah.
And it wasn't mandatory. Like it wasn't like, this what we doing or you're not gonna be here. It was more like we both wanted to figure out if that's what we wanted to do moving forward. So I'm trying to remember the details. This was a long time ago. As we continued to do it, we both liked it. We both enjoyed it. I enjoyed the other women. She enjoyed the other women. We enjoyed each other. We were elevating each other too. She went from being a background to a lead in 1 year. That took me 4 years, but that was because I took my connections and gave them to her. And then she started blowing up as well too. So she started becoming financially stable. I'm going from being stable to rich. We got these other women around, we living. We having a great time. After a while, she invites 20 women to a penthouse in Buckhead. She throws me a don't ask, don't tell party.
Oh, okay.
They all have on happy birthday Vigilante shirts on and panties and nothing underneath it.
It seems like she was trying to make the best of the situation too for you, so you were comfortable with maybe her also wanting to step out with women.
From what I picked up, this was the first time that she ever got the opportunity to be this open and honest with somebody.
Okay, I can see then why she would act like that. I can see that. And not act like that in a bad way, but I can see why she would do that and be so much more open to a lot more stuff. Yeah,
and then I think also it was a combination of the way that I treated her. See, the way that I treat my career is I wake up every single day and I go as hard as I possibly can.
Got to.
So if you're my girl, I'm waking up every single day and I'm going as hard as I possibly can to make sure that you're in the best position that you can possibly be in. And I'm noticing that that's another fucked up thing with the dating market too, is that most dudes, they have a girl and they put her on the sideline.
Yeah.
When really that's like one of their star players.
Yeah.
She should really be in the game running the ball. But they so afraid. See, I'm not an alpha male, I'm a sigma male. And as a sigma male, I don't look at my woman as bow down to me, I'm the man, you do what I say. I look at my woman as, no, that's my girl. What she say, go to. You know what I'm saying?
Clock it.
So that's another reason why she probably felt so empowered to be like, yo, I can make these moves too. I got a super powerful man who make these moves, and I'm with him. I can make these moves.
Yeah. So
And
like,
that was her first time seeing it. So, after that, the don't ask, don't tell, that was, I ain't telling y'all nothing.
Cause I was so about to ask.
Oh, no. Man. If I ever do another one, come to the next one. No Diddy.
No, no Diddy.
No Diddy. So,
No Diddy.
after another year or so of us just getting closer and closer, and just she meet my family, I meet her family, I spend the holidays with her family, she spend the holidays with my family. Like, we became one.
Right.
She said, I want to bring in a girlfriend, a permanent girlfriend. I said, okay, I'll let you choose, do what you do, whatever. She picked a girl, her name was Chanel. We was with Chanel for 6 months.
Name drop.
And that was a dope ass 6 months. To be able to walk around and have 2 girlfriends. And when people like, yo, which one are you dating? And they're like, no, we both his girlfriend. Out just in the open. Now, mind you, I've always had this plethora of women around, but I've never had 2 women at the same time, just we both his girl.
Right.
So that situation ended after about 6 months, and it had nothing to do with like jealousy or like
Yeah.
roles.
Just
or
sometimes
nothing.
stuff don't work.
It just didn't work out with the. We were all young.
Yeah.
I'm 29
How
now.
old are you?
I'm 29 now. So at the time I had to be 24, 25. They was 20, 21, 22, 23. Like in that window. We all in our early 20s.
Okay.
This is like your adult prime of just like getting out of the house type shit. So
Yeah.
it was way more of a fun situation than it was like a serious one, but then again,
Yeah.
it was a serious
It was serious
situation.
enough.
We were really in a relationship for real.
Yeah.
So that was the long story short to answer her question of have I ever cheated?
Okay.
Because I don't think that she believed that I've never cheated before, probably just because of my personality type or whatever the case may be, but that's the reason why. I don't have to cheat on nobody. If I ever feel like I have the urge to step away on somebody else, then that means that it's really time for me to end the relationship, because I got a spark from somebody else that I'm supposed to feel at home, and I need to have a conversation with what's at home to figure out whether I need to go ahead and see what's up with this spark. Because one thing that you figure out about women is that they will get on your ass for cheating, but they will never reward you for not cheating. So at the end of the day,
the reward is when we accept sometimes the bare minimum.
see now, and then it's the thing, there's nobody in the world that you should accept the bare minimum
And
from.
that's accurate, but do women accept the bare minimum? Yes or no?
I'm not sure.
Yes.
I'm not sure because of the example that I gave earlier. Remember?
Okay.
Remember I said you got certain people that go hard and you got certain people that don't.
Yeah, that's true.
When you look outside and you look in that parking lot where we just parked in,
Yeah.
if you look at the cars on the other side,
Yeah.
you will see that none of them are driving their dream car.
Yeah.
Only me. So I don't know how other
Only
people,
me.
I don't know how other people go about life, because I only go about life in one way.
Okay.
We gonna go hard, or we not gonna do
We're gonna
nothing.
go hard or we're gonna go home.
Or we gonna go home.
Okay.
So I don't know about the bare minimum. You see what I'm saying?
women sometimes be accepting the bare minimum.
So my advice to y'all would be to stop doing that. Because there are so many other people who will give you exactly what you want. Well, no, that's a lie. That'll give you exactly what you need.
Okay, so also then as a Sigma man, what do you feel like is so above and beyond? What makes you better? Like what quality? Actually, before we answer what makes you better, do you feel like women try to pursue you because you have money?
I feel like that. Stability and wealth has always been an attraction trigger to women, and there's nothing that I look down upon. I can't blame somebody because they have eyeballs or that they have common sense. So if I wake up every single day and I go hard at another person, like what you said, to give me my hug, niggas.
They give me my hug, niggas.
If she's so trained from being around these people all the time that she can understand what's value and what's not, I appreciate her for that.
Right.
Because that means that when we get together, she will continue to understand what's value and what's not. It's the women who accept the where are my hug at niggas and the dirty shoes niggas that frighten me.
You're right. Does
that make
Actually,
sense?
yeah, we be accepting some BS and then we be getting irritated
With the BS that
You're
accept.
right about that.
Yes.
You do, because as you know, for the women out there watching,
Mm-hmm.
I'm a girl's girl. You know, I'm not a cop. I got you. I think we do accept sometimes the bare minimum of what we think is love or what we want that person to be rather than what they actually are.
For sure.
We are fantasizing instead of just living right in that moment and realizing, like, yeah, maybe that man or that woman just ain't shit. Like, just wake up, they ain't shit, realistically.
And that's real, and there's nothing wrong with saying that.
Okay.
With all of the shows that I do, I tell all of the women, especially the ones who have children, especially the ones who have been divorced, I tell all of them, I say, remember back when you was like 17, 18 years old, when you was the shit, where all of
When you was the shit,
when all of
I can't be the shit when I'm grown.
Well, not after you done ran through like that. For those
Okay,
women,
yeah,
I'm talking
yeah.
about those women.
Okay.
So before the first baby daddy, you know, shot the club up, before the second baby daddy shot the club up, before you gained the weight, if you would have just stayed.
Not fat shaming.
Well, I can't say that. If you
Fat
would've-
shaming.
If you would have just stayed who you were, and you preserved yourself, and you kept your head inside of a book, and you continued your education, and you went into your career, and you self-preserved, you would have ran into somebody like me. And they all go, well, how do you know that? And I go, ain't we sitting next to each other right now?
Touche. I mean, but would they have really if they would have took a different path?
They would have ran into somebody similar.
You think so?
Yeah, it's all with the butterfly effect. So if you dated a lame, then 9 times out of 10, if that space that was filled up by him would have been filled up by somebody else. If me and you sitting at the bar and we arguing because I ain't got no money to buy you a $2 drink, and it's another dude over there that wants your attention, why the fuck would he come over here and intervene when he don't know if I'm gonna kill him?
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
So now you're taking up unnecessary space by letting this other person cloud what should be this other person right here.
So basically, don't let broke niggas near you.
Well, it's not even really about being broke.
That's exactly what I heard from that.
No, well, it's
Do not let broke niggas near you. Got it.
Y'all-
Take that.
y'all
Take
comment
that from
and
it.
y'all tell me.
Y'all take that from it.
So pretty much what I'm saying
Take that
is
from that.
men that don't have no ambition and don't have no life goals and what they want to do. Because a man don't have to have it all figured out in the moment.
True.
You never gonna meet a man at the finish line. You're gonna meet him either stable, unstable. That's really it. You're gonna meet him stable or unstable. That's really all that you're gonna meet. So I remember one time this girl said on one of the shows, she said, I feel bad about asking a man like what his plans are because I don't expect for everybody to have it figured out. And then I said, well, I'm 29. I am about to close on my penthouse in Buckhead. I currently live in Jonesboro. After I close on my penthouse in Buckhead, I'm gonna refinance it after a year. I'm gonna use the overage from the refinance and I'm gonna have my second investment property. I'm gonna put my people in the investment property and refinance so they can pay for my penthouse and theirs as well. Then I'm gonna get my first vending machine. I'm gonna put it inside of the penthouse building, and I'm gonna start putting it on each floor. And then I'm gonna start having properties inside of each of the surrounding penthouse things so that I can start building a camaraderie with all of them. Then I'm gonna join a committee board for each of them, so I'll know when everybody is behind on their mortgage, so then I can start a subject to company, so I can bridge with that, so that now I can start buying the properties on the back end and on the front end, so then I will become a real estate billionaire by the time that I'm 35. So that plan right there, that's just one plan. That didn't even include YouTube. That didn't include the movies I made. That didn't include nothing else that I'm doing.
Right.
So you telling me that a man, I'm 29. So you telling me that a man that's 30 and above can't give you a little bit of a little bit of what you want to do?
Yeah, but yeah,
you see,
absolutely not.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you telling me what you call it before? You call it the whoopity whoop?
Yeah, the boopity boop.
So you telling me all
the boopity, you know, y'all, the boopity boop is.
Is that the tempo?
Yeah, that's the idea, the relative idea of, you know, having that. Mm-hmm. It's the boopity boop. But y'all already know that.
And then I'm gonna say this too, like, the men who brag about how good they are at with the whoopity whoop or whatever. So let's say, like, in my situation, if I don't think that those two girls, after our whoopity whoop experience, would have stayed with me for that long if it wasn't what it was.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now you got other people who have the proof that that's what that is.
Yeah.
And then you got the other dudes that's like, well, I don't have nothing else going for me, so my mouthpiece and how well I can talk to make you believe that this is what that is what's gonna carry me along.
Okay, yeah. So now, look, I got a spicy question.
All right.
Well, it's a two-part question. So do women, you know, ever tell you about how good the cookie crumble is?
What's the cookie crumble?
Oh my goodness! I'm trying to do age appropriate so it don't get banned.
I don't be believing that anyway.
That's all I'm saying. Okay, for the people that tell you that the cookie crumble or was saying that it was so good before, have you ever had some cookie crumble that wasn't good after they said it was good?
Now, okay, so what would be your definition of not good? Like, is it?
I feel like that's for y'all to say what's good and what's considered not good.
You're not bisexual?
Yes.
Okay.
But I'm just saying in y'all cases.
Okay. No. Okay. So you want to hear from the male perspective?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So what I would consider to be not good is more like performance-wise and more cleanliness-wise.
Okay.
So one thing that I give my exes credit for, like all of them, is that they were on routine with their Brazilians.
Okay.
And
you don't eat hairy coochie?
No, that's not really my thing.
Oh my gosh! Jeez.
And I think that I give them a lot of credit because I do predominantly talk to like women that are like fun size, and when I do talk to them, they put forth a valiant effort to keep up, because it's a lot to keep up with. Like I said, I do my best at everything that I do. So you
guys, we is finna get bad. We are about to get bad. Bad. Like, no, I'm just kidding. But okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's what I count it as. I don't know if there's like a such thing as a bad one or a good one, but to me it's more performance based and cleanliness based.
That's what I would say is considered bad. Like if the performance wasn't good.
If the performance is not good, yeah.
But it just has some stench.
It's hard for me to grade somebody on their performance when it comes to me, because I'm giving you a Michael Jordan performance, and every player that's on the court.
Oh my gosh.
Every player on the court ain't
head about big as this candle, y'all.
Might be a little bit.
His head was big as this candle, and I'm giving my performance every single time. I'm pretty sure that there's a woman out there that can say that he probably didn't give his best one time.
You see how quiet he got?
Well, look me up. Well, comment. Let's find that woman and comment. Like, head is humongous, but
yeah, for sure.
I could see. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You did have 2 partners, and for 6
Yeah.
months, and that's not really easy for a lot of people to maintain.
I'm gonna tell you
I feel like.
one thing that I did too that most dudes don't do in this situation is that I remember when we used to have our even before we had the relationship, when the other girls used to come in and we used to like experiment to see if we liked threesomes or whatever. I studied.
Okay.
Y'all do what y'all do on each other way
Y'all
better.
do what y'all do on each other.
Way better than we do what we do on y'all. I didn't know what all of the complaining was about until I got in there and I started taking notes, and I'm like, wow, I fucking
It's
suck.
a difference.
It's a real big difference.
It's a difference.
So what I did was I adapted all of those skills and I downloaded all of that information and then I gave it a masculine twist. So now
Okay.
I can do what y'all do on each other better than y'all can.
I doubt that you can do it better than a woman. I
Okay.
doubt it. I doubt it. I highly, highly, highly doubt that a man can please a woman better than a woman can please a woman. I highly doubt that.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know what to respond back to that, but all I can say is that now I can do everything better than what y'all can do now with a masculine twist to it. Because once y'all done, she can go right back to the fingers, or she can go put a toy on.
Oh my
And then,
god!
but you know, there's other parts that we are advantageous to. We just normally don't get to that part because of the suckiness, or we get to that part too fast, and then that makes it sucky. But now that I know how to, you know what I'm saying? It's been years of practice.
Oh wow. Oh wow. Well, there you have it, ladies. You know, they left it. He put it on the floor for y'all. Put it on the floor. So, what is y'all saying? So my next question, actually, I see all the time online of women talking about how on the first date that they don't accept certain places, which is accurate too. I feel like every woman has places that they don't accept, me included. Where's somewhere that you won't take a woman on a first date?
Where I won't?
Yes.
What's
not acceptable? Like what is 3 places that's just not acceptable?
I think fast food is unacceptable in any facet. Fast food is unacceptable.
Do you consider Chick-fil-A fast food?
That's a great area. That's a great area because now they have a restaurant section in there too, where you can order. Like I ordered a big ass skillet the other day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so that's a great one. If a person really like Chick-fil-A, because with women, it's really not about. Well, first of all, let's talk about the women who have that list. Those are women that you don't want to deal with
Woo!
at all. And I'm gonna tell you why. It's because when you grow up around women, you notice that there's a certain level of entitlement that certain women come with, and you have to reverse engineer. As a man that's on his purpose, you already got the world that you got to fight. You don't want to be at home reverse engineering a woman like a ball of yarn that's just tied up. You want to take that yarn and you want to throw that motherfucker as far as you possibly can, and you want to pick up a better ball of yarn, one that's actually unwoven. And I'm gonna tell you why. When you are what they consider to be a high value man, your blessings trickle over to everybody else. I'm gonna tell you something that I have right now. I have 5 free tickets to the Splat House. You seen that place?
That's like the paint. It's like a painting room.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Where everybody gets in that white suit and then they get hit with the
Beat the bomb?
Beat the bomb. I have
Like
5 free tickets.
beat the bomb.
Mhm.
I'm like, that sounds like something that I know.
I got 5 free tickets to beat the bomb. So you gotta ask yourself, how do I have 5 free tickets to beat the bomb? Because of the lifestyle that I live. Because they reached out to me and they gave
Well, he
me.
got 4 because I'm taking 1. So thanks, y'all. So 4.
Well, y'all heard it here. I got 4 now.
4.
She got some bullied the other one out of me.
Mhm.
So, and the reason I say that is because when you date men that are resourceful, you don't have to worry about their minimum treatment.
Right.
Because they have a lifestyle that they live for themselves that will spill over to you. Their blessings will trickle down to you.
Okay. I can see that.
So that's why I never have a place where I am gonna take a woman or am not gonna take a woman. Because where I go is where the money is at. Where she follows is where I go. And then that leads to us being able to have kids that don't need for nothing because everybody just followed the path that God gave for us, and we all ended up where we were supposed to be at.
Okay. So I can see why So, do you feel like you are? Well, I mean, obviously, I would say you would consider yourself head of household. Not alpha, literally in this sex, but like in sex of your relationship and family, alpha.
The way that I grew up, and I appreciate my grandma for this, I appreciate my mom for this, I appreciate my aunties for this, was that the men in our family were the head of the household, but everybody did everything. Everybody paid the bills. Everybody washed the dishes. Everybody cooked and cleaned. Everybody held the door open for everybody. But at the end of the day, the men did the man shit, and the women did the women shit.
Yeah, that's why I say that.
So like, if the woman walked in and she seen the trash was full, she's not gonna yell to the back, "Yo, this trash is full."
Trash. Come get
She's
the trash.
gonna tie it up and leave it right there, and then the man is gonna come and grab it and then take it outside.
Because that's exactly what I would do.
So like,
Take it, tie.
that's how I was raised, and I wasn't raised to like, you know, when women be like, "I cook, I clean." When they be like, "I cook, I clean," I was never raised to not cook and not clean. Like, I cook well. I made pasta last night. Like, I cook very well. So it's like, and then I have a pescatarian chef, a vegan chef. Like, I have people that are teaching me upscale recipes so I can trickle that down to my family.
Right.
So
To pass down.
to pass down to my family. And so like, yes, head of household, but my wife, my partner, included in everything that she wants to be included into. I just gave her a real estate blueprint earlier from what I was saying with the penthouse that she can do if she wanted to.
Okay. Are you married? Ah! Yeah, I was like, let me ask you, are you married? Look, let's actually ask people. Okay, do you have children?
No.
Oh, wow.
Both of those things would be the luckiest people that ever walked the face of the earth.
Yeah. Yes.
Whoever is my partner.
No kids.
Yeah, no kids.
No secret wife. Whoa.
I'm too public of a figure. You follow me, so you already know I'm too public of a figure to even have a secret wife.
That's true. You try to put me on the spot talking about if you follow me. Well, shoot the messenger. Okay.
What was the other one? You said no kids, no wife. Right?
Well, yeah, I thought she was gonna say you had some kids.
You thought I had kids?
Yeah.
No, I don't have no kids.
I don't meet a lot of people without kids nowadays, so I thought that you had a child.
Oh, no kids. If I did have a kid, then the kid's mom would probably be here right now. Because I'm one of them people where once we locked in, even if we're not in a relationship no more, you still the mother of my child. So I need to make sure that you live in a certain way as well, because the way that you live and the way you feel, the way you think, it's going to trickle down to my child.
Okay. No,
Together or not.
I can see that.
Under any circumstance. That's where we fucked up in the black communities when we stopped caring about that.
That's true, but I think sometimes men be lying about the extent of how they're dealing
What they be lying about?
with, like, their baby mama. I'm cool with somebody and she has kids of her own, and her baby daddy will swear up and down like he do not fuck with her, all this other shit, but he will be on that phone crying. I'm like, oh my God, baby, I want to get the family back together. So that's where, like, it's the disconnect.
I understand.
That's
what
the
you're saying.
disconnect.
Yeah, when a dude have a baby mom, he has a forever girlfriend. She's not going anywhere.
That's a forever girlfriend.
That's his
When you have a
forever
baby
girlfriend.
mama.
Yeah, if you have a baby mom, that's your forever girlfriend. You guys are forever tied into each other until
Yeah.
the child passes away, and even after that, y'all have a trauma bond.
Yeah, y'all got a trauma bond, so y'all just together
Y'all
forever,
together
basically.
Yeah, it's a decision that you make that is permanent.
Yeah.
That's the reason why when when single moms come around me, they feel really bad because they made a permanent decision that has nothing to do with me, and now that's a permanent roadblock between me and them.
You won't take a woman that has children seriously?
No, I can't, because you already made a permanent decision for your life. A man is interested in a woman's past, so the things that you do, you'll do them again if the situation causes for it. Just like you did at that time because you felt the situation calls for it. Even if you evolve to the next version.
So what does that mean? Elaborate on that. What do you mean by that?
If the situation causes for it.
Yeah. What situation?
So kind of like, Let me ask you this: when you meet your homegirls, baby daddies, are you impressed by what you see?
I plead the fifth to keep my homegirls out of trouble.
Shout out to
or
you.
for the homegirls that I do know that have, you know. Next question. Next question on the field.
So
I'm not this impressed, but I'm not. Oh my God! Like
so
ecstatic.
So my thing about it is like, as a man, every time that you walk into any room, every female in there is supposed to be turning her head, wondering what fragrance you got on, wondering what clothing you got on. They're supposed to be head over heels for you everywhere that you go because you are who you are. Once you get to the point in your life where you can walk into a room and nobody gives a fuck, as a male or a female, you don't have nothing. Most of these women's baby daddies, one person walked away from the other person, which means that somebody in this equation ain't shit, or both of y'all.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and now we have something that ties us together forever, which means that we have a reason to want to work this shit out.
Yeah, always.
No matter how I feel about you, we have a reason to try. And they still don't want to try. So why the fuck would I get with you and I can visibly see that if we have good reason to try to make this shit work, you still won't?
You feel like she'll still have feelings for her baby daddy?
That's not important. What's important is the fact that when it comes to me and you building anything, it's not gonna end well.
But why though? Why do you feel like that? Why do you feel like it's not gonna end well?
You've already shown me that you have a very poor sexual discipline. Out of your homegirls who have baby daddies, how many of them are engaged or married? None.
But I will say, with my best friend, because you know that's my nephew's mother, I will say that they have talked about getting engaged, and I can see it in the next 2 years for sure with them. I can see it.
Shout out to them, but it don't count.
I know.
Because there's what you call it, whoopity whoop? Is that what you call it?
Yeah, boopity boop.
Okay, there's whoopity whoop for.
But that was a baby made out of love.
Okay, so there's whoopity whoop for talking stage if you decide to do that. There's whoopity whoop for boyfriend and girlfriend. There's whoopity whoop for engagement. There's whoopity whoop for marriage. There are different levels of whoopity whoop. And these levels are the lack of precautions. So there's condom, there's Plan B, there's birth control, there's so many other different ways that, and then women even have an app on their phone for all of the guys who don't know, to where they know the time of the month where they're ovulating. So that means that now a woman has to be 4 to 5 layers of irresponsible in order for her to get knocked up by a man that she doesn't even see a future with, or that she don't even know where it's going after the baby comes.
And a man has to also be financially and just like he's being irresponsible.
Yeah, it's irresponsible.
He's irresponsible.
On both parts. Who carrying the baby?
The woman.
Okay, so now the woman has to think about the fact that she's about to be set down. And I don't want it to sound like I'm picking and choosing, but the reason I got to get on the woman is because women control sex, men control relationships. And an irresponsible man is supposed to remain. Remember I said you throw that ball of yarn across the yard?
Yeah.
I didn't say nothing about seeing the good in it. I didn't say nothing about trying to unravel it.
You're right.
And that's what you're doing when you give something that should be for a specific person to somebody else, and there's no future in that.
Okay, so you feel like you wouldn't try to get someone pregnant who you don't see a life with?
That's what you got from that?
No, that's what I'm asking.
When it comes to, this is way down the line. This is like when I'm like 35, 34.
I was gonna say 30, that's next year.
Yeah, when I'm like 35, 34, I'll be in a position to where all of my money would just be on super autopilot, and I'll be in a position to where I want to go cradle shopping and diaper shopping and feel like, okay, the last thing I gotta do now is just have a child and just ride off into the sunset. Once I get to that point, the person that I'm with, because I have to choose that person and that person has to choose me as well. And once we're together for 2-3 successful years of minimal arguments, everything just running on autopilot, me feeling like my life is better because she's here. That's gonna be the mother of my child after the engagement, after the marriage. Now there's gonna be a lot of whoopity whoop going on before that, but there's precautions to stop that, other things. Does this make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. That's what I'm saying.
Well, yeah.
I don't want it to sound like that the whoopity whoop is not going to be there. Trust me, she's going to be addicted after about the first 2 to 3 times that happens. So regardless of whether I want that to stop, it ain't going to matter.
Okay, so, so do you have a question for me? Let's see, I've been asking you all the questions. Do you have a question for me?
Okay, so, well, first, has everything that I've been saying makes sense so far?
It does. It makes sense. We may not agree on everything, but it makes sense.
What are the things that you disagree on?
It's just like you wouldn't date a woman that has a baby.
No.
Like, I know it's your own preference and everybody has their own preference and to each his own, you know, whatever the case may be. But what if, like, I just think of scenarios in the case of, like, maybe she was 16 or 16 to 18, somewhere in there, you know, she's like 29 now, and she don't want the baby daddy at all. She was just young and silly, and you still wouldn't date her.
You just gave me like 7 reasons why I shouldn't.
Give me 3 from that.
Okay, you said 15, 16, so that's
When she had the baby. No, I said 16 to 18.
Okay, 16 to 18. Okay, that's junior, senior year in high school.
Yes.
Where there was a lot of books. There was a lot of books, and her head wasn't in none of them. And she fucked up her graduation by becoming the school hoe. While everybody else was walking with a flat stomach, she had a pudge in hers because there was a child in there. I'm lying?
No comment.
So you telling me that now you want me to take all of the resources that are being built from being the mogul philanthropist, humanitarian, vigilante, and give them to the school whore? That's what you want me to do? When there were other women in there who had their head in the book, in a good family structure, and actually wanted to do better for themselves so that we can pour those resources into our child in the future.
Okay. Obviously, he would not date a woman with a child. That's exactly what I got from that. That's not his thing. And
then we
that's
gotta,
okay.
we gotta break down the details of what happened. Like, you know, women like to like brush over. I was young, you know, it was a thing. It was like, no. What happened was that you were unfocused in your real life.
As if you guys weren't unfocused too. I didn't have the baby on my own.
Now, remember what I just said about the ball of yarn. Remember what I said about that. You know what we gotta do? We have to normalize rewarding the people who did what they were supposed to. And we don't have to necessarily demonize the people who didn't, because the world is gonna demonize them. Kevin Samuels already put out there how he felt about the single mom worldwide. So now the single mom finally has to feel that sting.
Very true.
You see what I'm saying? So I don't want to, it sucks for me to be me, because I know that every single mom does want to shoot their shot. So now when I'm around them, it's like, fuck, I don't want to be the person that got to tell you that this is never going to happen. And then I don't want to have intercourse with the single mom either, because it's like, that's going to create a situation where, do you see what I'm saying?
No, I don't.
Okay, it's gonna create a crazy situation to where now she's bonded through that, and she's gonna maybe try to pursue, because now she's in a position where she don't have no time. She's already a mom. So if I have intercourse with her, she's really gonna feel like that She's either gonna be so detached from any type of connection that she's gonna be like, let me try to forget that this ever happened, or she's gonna be so attached to that she's gonna be like, okay, let me try to see if there's any ways that I can persuade him to be in this position. It's a lose-lose for me.
This sounds like a cult.
A cult?
Yeah, dating you is a cult.
What's a cult?
What's a cult?
Well, I know what it is. What's your definition of it?
Dating you, a cult. It's very strict.
No, I don't think it's strict.
You don't think so?
No. This what I've learned. This what I've learned is that, because I grew up a star athlete, so what I've
You've
learned.
always been a star.
What I've learned from being a star athlete is that after you do the work, after you do the work, you can have as much fun as you want to.
True, 100%.
And that's how I feel in my relationship. We gotta figure out, like, with my car, if the motherfucker is smoking going down the street and all my tires is flat, this ain't no time for fun.
Yeah, no,
This is the time to fix that shit.
absolutely.
But now that the car is working perfectly, let me drop the top and let me enjoy some music. That's how my relationship is ran.
Okay.
So I want every single day for us to be in a drop the top, enjoy some music state of mind.
Yeah, who wouldn't? Of course.
I'm framing it so that we can be there. I'm maintaining this so that we can live such a good lifestyle together to where we don't have to see no struggle. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if the cult is us waking up and going to sleep every single day feeling like
I'm just messing with you talking about it's a cult. So it's the cult. I don't
Yes.
think you're a cult leader. I think you're just a man that knows what he wants.
pretty much.
Are there any absolute no's besides children with when it comes to women, basically?
Sex work.
Sex work that includes stripping. What elaborate? What do you consider as sex work?
I would include stripping as sex work.
So you won't date a stripper?
Nah.
You won't date an OnlyFans worker?
No.
You won't. Well, obviously you won't date a prostitute.
Right.
Is there anything else that you consider sex work?
Nah, is there anything I'm missing as far as that go?
I don't think so. Okay, so what about sensual masseuse?
That is a gray area. That's a gray area.
No gray. Yes or no? Is a sensual
Well, I can't keep
masseuse
it a gray
sex
area.
worker or not? Because you didn't even answer when it was about the Chick-fil-A question. You
I
said
did.
that was gray.
That was a gray area too.
So would you take somebody there? Yes or
yeah,
no?
yeah.
On the first date?
Yeah. I would.
In the drive-thru?
See, that's different. See what I'm saying? But here's the
In the
thing about
drive-thru?
that. If a girl was like, I really like Chick-fil-A, I would take her to Chick-fil-A, whether it be a drive-thru or whether it be wherever. If we're going through the drive-thru, that means that we're in a hurry to get somewhere else. So whatever I really got for us planned, we're about to do that, but I'm giving you Chick-fil-A because you really like it. I'm paying attention to the details of the stuff that you like.
Yeah.
What type of stuff you like?
I'm a woman of some of my new hobbies just got into. I enjoy puzzles, but I like to cook. I know how to cook, so I haven't been to a cooking class in Atlanta, but that would be cool. I like art, and by art, I want to get into pottery, but I do try to paint and all of that. I like to listen to poems. I'm a foodie, so I love to eat.
All right, I'm gonna stop you right there. The first 5 dates: poetry slam, sip and paint, a puzzle at the library, like a big puzzle, like one of them small ass.
One of them 1,000-piece
One of them
puzzles.
1,000-piece puzzles.
7 hours of work,
So,
y'all.
yeah, 7 hours.
7 hours.
Cooking class and some type of excursion, like maybe like snorkeling or something like that.
Yeah.
You see how easy that was?
That is easy, but also I think, do you feel like, okay, I got a good one. So for men that may not have the finances to be dating right now, or the finances to take their partner on the dates that you listed, what would be a different scenario? What could be a solution for them? What do you feel like you would do if, God forbid, that was the situation that you were in? That you didn't have a lot of money, you were interested in dating someone, and you want to try to make it work. What date options would you choose?
Who told you that I had a lot of money now?
You.
I ain't got no
We
money.
can rewind back.
I got
Let's
zero.
run the camera back.
I got
Run
$0.
the cameras back.
I got $0.00, and I want you to know that. I want Uncle Sam to know that. I want everybody to know that.
Okay,
So I'm speaking from the broke man perspective.
from the broke man's perspective, what are some good date options then in that case?
This is what I want them to do. I'm gonna talk to the women.
This one, no.
This is important. I want to talk to the women on this one because 80 to 90% of a relationship is going to be spent in the house, chilling with each other.
Heck yeah.
Especially if you got two homebodies. So the important thing is understanding the connection that you and that person have. The places that they can take you and the things that they can do are an added bonus to the relationship. If that's a requirement, that then falls under the entitled woman, and then that's the ball of yarn that you throw across the yard. And I'm not saying never take your woman on any dates, because that's where the thoughtful man, the gesture man, not the generous man. That's two different ones. I'm not talking about the paymaster. I'm
not talking about the paymaster. No, go on a date with the paymaster. Go on a date with the paymaster.
Do not go on a date.
Go on the date with the paymaster.
Do not go on a date with the paymaster. That's gonna be some of the worst conversation that you.
It's gonna be bad conversation, but the bill is gonna get paid.
It's gonna be some bad whoopity whoop whoop.
It shouldn't be no whoopity whoopity with the paymaster.
So now you got parameters for the paymaster.
Oh my god. Okay, so do you feel like a woman talking to a man for his money without giving no coochie, is that sex work?
In a way, yeah.
No. Would you date somebody that do that type of stuff?
No.
What if they wasn't doing that to you though?
No.
Okay.
Because you have a self, you feel like your time is worth more than what it actually is.
You don't feel like people's time worth money?
I feel like certain people's are. Not everybody.
That's true. That is very, very true.
In the Bible, it says there will always be the poor amongst us. So to me, I'm not no kumbaya ass nigga. I believe that if you operate within the poor, you are poor.
So the company that you keep, basically. Kinda.
So to speak, but more so how you treat yourself. If you get dressed up and put them fake ass caterpillar eyelashes on, and you run your face through that assembly line that y'all have in y'all bathroom, and you make yourself look something like something, you go
assembly line.
You know what I'm talking
know.
about. And you squeeze yourself into that tight ass dress or whatever the fuck, and jump up 17 times to get into them leggings, and you go out there knowing that what you're doing is not even going to be substantial to your future in substance. That says a lot about who you are as a woman.
It does. Okay. Was I silent or silenced? I was silenced.
You talking about just now?
Yeah. I didn't have a response for that, actually. I didn't have no witty comeback for that, so.
Because I'm a very substance-based person. I got these resources not so that I could throw them in people's faces. I got them so that I could live comfortably and never have to talk about it. When you go back to my house, you just see it.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When I go outside, I'm not flexing on you. This is just happens to be what I drive. This cologne that I had, it's not the fact that it's expensive. This is just how I smell. I'm just who I am. So more women have to surround themselves with more men that are like that.
Yeah, women need to surround themselves with a man that wants to also elevate himself and her. Basically.
So to speak, I mean, but more, all right, let me give you an example.